Hello. Hey Darkleaf. Hey Lemon. Hey Agnolia. How is everyone? Yeah, the apple was made by my friend Casey Gothfrog. She was in Starkland's Chosen. She made them for like a bunch of us. They're so cute. Hey Cha. Hey Violet. Comic-Con this weekend? Ooh. Enjoy, enjoy. I've never been to a Comic-Con. Let me know how it is. I wanted to go to one, but the one I wanted to go to, it's really hard to get tickets for. I should go to like a local one and see how it is and scope it out. I am pleased to inform you that these 3 pins, they are in production. I have picked all of the Pantone colors. I have approved the manufacturer's proof, and they are going to be going into production. Like today. So I'll let you guys, I'll keep you updated if they give me any examples, or like if they show me what the mold looks like and stuff like that. I think I fell asleep last stream, passed out when you're drawing Bramble and Tawny. I think that Bramble and Tawny were the last ones we did, so it wasn't too far. The manufacturer really appreciated me vectorizing these, so I might do that. I think that it helped with, I don't know if I'll be vectorizing all of the ones, but it definitely helped speed up, like, the proofing. So I am glad I did vectorize those. Let's see, what shall we do today? We should definitely clean up a couple. We have 6 that still need cleaned up, and we can draw some. I kind of feel like I want to start by, like, sketching out a new one. Let's look to see who we have that we could do. Enamel pin ideas. Okay. Junie, Strike, and Sleek. I do kind of want to do them. At first I was like, oh, let's make it a Shadow Clan day, and we can, like, clean up Shadow, Pounce, and Light, and we can clean up, like, Tiger, Dawn, and Flame. Could do Strike, Junie, and Sleek. The thing is I don't know if I have a clear idea of what I want for Junie, Sleek, and Strike. I kind of feel like it'd be open. Hold on, let me open up. Did I do them on the Dawn? I think I did them on like a Crow. Did I do them on a Crowfrost, or did I type it in as Shadow Clan? Strikestone. Dawn Pelt, maybe? Tawny? Rowan? What would I have named that? Let's see. Okay, it looks like I just named it A Vision of Shadows, because I'm seeing the tiny Sleeks. Oh my gosh, you're showing me no deal. Where's Strike Kit? I might be able to... honestly speaking, no one's gonna want this but me, but so I can basically just do whatever I want. Because I'm the one, it's exclusively for me. Hey, Jatoiba. No one's gonna know. They're gonna be like, oh, I can tell who everyone is, but what's this one? And then I'll say, this is Sleek Whisker, Juniper Claw, and Strikestone. And they'll be like, oh, I don't know them. And I'm like, yeah, join the club. I have to pair this pin with, like, why Strikestone is the best Division of Shadows character, like, 2-hour-long docu-terry. What do they call them? Video essays. Even though they're, yeah, video essays. To be like, this is why you should care about these 3 siblings. You know, I've been putting it off for too long. I have not been feeling good today, and I want to do what I want. My leg's been acting up. It's an issue. Strike Kit is cute. Can you tell he's my favorite? Well, I like all of them. I like their dynamic. In my mind, I want Strike Kit to be like... In my mind, I kind of would love if, like, Sleek Whisker was, like, pulling on his ear. I draw her like a little tiny snake. Because she is a snake. Always love to come in to see real Strikestone hours. I should have gotten the Strikestoner emoji. Getting ready. Anyway. I guess I'll wait until somebody comes in and says, what's the deal with Strikestone? Why do you like him so much? And then we can do our whole entire like thingy. Hey, Nor. A facial surgeon for your jaw today. Oh, no. Well, I hope they can figure... Do you have, like, TMJ, or... You think we'll see her in Darktail Super Edition? I wouldn't be surprised if they... See, this is... So, my tinfoil hat... Okay, everybody sit down, gather around. This is my tinfoil hat theory on how Darktail's Judgment is going to come into play with Changing Skies. Darktail's Judgment is going to reintroduce Sleek Whisker into our minds, into the current, like, timeline. Like, remind us that she exists. And then the book right afterward is going to have Sleek Whisker be one of the main villains at the end of Changing Skies. And that is what they're setting up for. That's my tinfoil hat theory on... Well, it's not really a tinfoil hat. It's like a copium theory of I want Sleek Whisker to be relevant again. And I'm like, this is the perfect time to bring her back into the digest. And then, yeah. So I feel like she will appear in Darktail's Judgment, and I'm praying that she reappears as, like, an antagonistic figure in Changing Skies, because we need, like... She needs to come back. We need her aura back in the arc. Did any other clan cats go with her? No. Just Roach and Raven. Dislocated, open my mouth. Yeah, that sounds like, yeah, that sucks. I hope you can get it fixed. Dislocating your jaw is not fun. Anything that happens with your jaw or your teeth, it's not fun. Finished Moonrise. I'm about chapter 10 of Dawn. It's been really good, but I'm really sad about Feathertail since I'm still... Feathertail still? And yeah, Feathertail... I mean, I like Graystripe. He's one of my favorite characters. It'll be interesting. But I feel like this is the perfect time to bring her back. It's kind of like how River Star's Home came out, and then Thunder was the next release, and Thunder heavily featured like River Star. They like to do that a lot. Ivy Pool's Heart releases, heavily features Icewing. Icewing becomes leader. Graystripe's Vow releases. Graystripe returns in the narrative and becomes leader and has like a more major part of the story. No, I don't think Soul will ever come back. Unless... I mean, anything's possible. I don't know if they realized how many endless possibilities are around the Darktail Super Edition. I think it'll be a lot less encompassing than we think it is. I think there'll be major time skips. See, the One Star's Confession only had like a couple of like new scenes, and then it was all recap. And so in my mind, I'm fully prepared for like a couple chapters with new content, and then the rest of it is just recapping like Hawkwing's journey and A Vision of Shadows from Darktail's perspective. Like, I'm fully prepared for like the nothing burger that it might be. Soul, the last time Soul was seen, he was actually around the lake. The last time he was seen, chronologically speaking, was in The Forgotten Warrior. So he's no longer at the Gorge. I've read every Warrior Cat book except Hidden Moon, and I'm rereading every single book while waiting for the whole of Changing Skies. That's probably a good idea, because Changing Skies has been very slow. I think it will... The newer arcs of Warrior Cats, I genuinely think hold up better when you can just read them back to back and you don't have to wait for months, because there's nothing that happens, there's not a lot that happens in each book. I don't know where to put Junie. Strikestone is like the stereotypical ThunderClan build or ShadowClan build where I draw them like really short and stocky with like thick feet. Like they're wearing flippers or something. Not flippers, but like so they don't sink into the mud. Hey, Saturn. If Sleek was the one who drowned Dawnpelt, that would add a lot of interestingness to her. I think that Darktail probably drowned Dawnpelt himself, though. I think it would be interesting to me if he drowned Dawnpelt solely because she maybe had an okay relationship with Sleek Whisker and he was jealous. That's why he kills Sharpclaw. How to go about commissioning for an on-stream commission. So I'm not opening any... Do you have... Wait, Jatoiba, do I have you on Discord? So you'll have to wait until I open up commission slots is typically like the way. Hold on. I'm not opening up any more tonight because I have 3 like big ones, basically, like 3 characters already that are like kind of complicated and also or big, so but next Tuesday I'll open up some. So but you'd have to wait until 6. But I have been... You have me on Discord? Okay, then message me on Discord, Jatoiba. Yeah, this is a... They said that the majority of the songs are from Stardew Valley. I don't know where it is from Stardew Valley, though. Wait, oh yeah, it is the same year. I didn't realize it. I didn't... I didn't think about that. I was just kind of making her a menace to society. Who's writing it? Dark Tales book is being written by Clarissa. It sounds like it could be a Ginger Island. I don't think it's I don't think it's the desert. Darktail, you should write like a like a AO3 or something. And then you can write your own Darktail thing. I think... Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. She did impress me with... I thought that her writing in Hidden Moon was a lot better than any of her writing than it was before. Like, all of the novellas that she wrote are pretty rough. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I kind of wish the character moments were better integrated into, like, plot moments, because we've had, like, no plot moments. It's all character moments. And I'm like... I don't know. And the character moments, a lot of them are still relying on nostalgic characters. I think the issue is that, I mean, I do like Starling Paul, but they're just, like, relying too much on nostalgic characters in this arc. I thought that Broken Code did a really good balance of, like, relying on nostalgic, like, OG plot lines and coming up with new plot lines and new characters. I don't know what I'm trying to do. The drawing juice is coming slow today. Are the arcs after Broken Code worth reading? I thought A Starless Clan was okay. It's a little slow paced, but there are about 3 good books in it, so... The first book is fine, the 4th book is fine, and the last book is fine, so it ending and starting on a positive note, I think, benefits it. Changing Skies right now, I wouldn't recommend reading it yet. Nothing has happened. I know a couple of my friends are waiting to read it until the 3rd book is out, because Warrior Cats tends to, like, drop a huge plot. Like, there tends to be, like, a plot for the first 3 books and a plot for the last 3 books. So they're waiting for book 3 to drop to see how the end of that happens. So, I don't know, man. Well, that's my problem with Starless Clan, is even though I say the first book was solid and the 4th book was solid and the 6th book was solid, it's really just Frostpaw's chapters that are solid. I genuinely think, I mean, Nightheart, I didn't appreciate that Nightheart and Sunbeam's point of views kind of suffer from the same fate as, like, Bristle and Root at the end. If you know, you know. And then at the beginning, I didn't really find Nightheart fun to read, and Sunbeam has almost nothing going on for her, so... Unlike the Broken Code, where I thought that the point of views, even though Shadowsight definitely carries a lot of the plot, I thought all the point of views did end up contributing to the plot. In A Starless Clan, I still think that you could have genuinely cut Sunbeam and Nightheart's point of view from everything, and it wouldn't have changed that much. I don't know. There's a lot of filler in the newer books. There's a lot of filler to keep the arc 6 books. Hey, TG. Yeah, the Broken Code is probably my 3rd favorite arc. Don't get me wrong. I am not doing a good job at keeping this in the square. I almost feel like... Let me try going again. I kind of want... In my mind, I also think I could do, like, Juniper... I could kind of do their full scenes. As well, kind of make them older. If I did something like that, could work. What's my Sleekwist gonna look like? I know she's got Karen hair. Did I draw her a sleek ball? Yeah, I did. Doesn't quite have her Karen hair yet. I think that the Ashfur villain was pretty cool. I didn't feel like, I don't know, it was crazy, but it was entertainingly crazy, so I approved. I can't believe they made Asher look so cute. Well, you know, everyone looks cute. That's kind of the style. Oh my gosh, baby. What's up? What? Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's picking up Apple, but she's yelling at me. Oh no, she's coming. She looks like Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. You agree, baby? Not the terrifying. Oh no! Oh no! She's on the. Okay, I'm moving the keyboard so you don't do anything this time. What? Yeah. Mm-hmm. For Asher, I like him having a little ginger in his fur. Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever given him anything other than gray. Hmm. Okay, let's do this. I don't know if her hair is really reading. Sleek Whisker. They could definitely do some more with her. I feel like she might have a vendetta against like Tawny Pelt or something. Ten colors. Juniper has a little spot on his nose, right? But he can use one of... Strikestone could definitely... You could definitely combine the two dark colors on the Magnolia. His two, like, dark colors. And we meet Meemaw, Sleek Whisker. I don't think they'll ever do a big time skip again in, like... Well, so the biggest time skip they've ever done is between the first arc and the second arc. But I think it's because they just kept on adding more and more space in between it. And then between Omen of the Stars and A Vision of Shadows, there's like a year and a half, I think. I didn't want to change... you can change him. I think he'll still be perfectly, like, visible with, with that. Let's all have our ears back and not tell each other. Why is your forehead so big, dude? Shrinky. Shrinky dinky. They are both snouts. They both look more like their mom. Strikestone has more of a build of Crowfrost. What does his paws look like? Okay, so he's just black. He's just black with that nose spot. And his long skinny tail. Aw, I'm glad, Hollow. I'm just here to help you maybe inspire to draw yourself. And I'm here to show young artists that it takes a long time to draw and that you get to see the finished product, but this is how long it takes to get to the finished product. Because I feel like nowadays, with like TikToks and speed paints and stuff that are like highly edited, people don't realize like you go through a lot of iterations. Apple, you're being a pill today. Are you gonna say hi? Oh, thank you. Right into the mic. You're so good. You're fuzzy. Yeah. She wants to draw. She certainly wants something. I've given her all of her treats. I've given her water. I guess we didn't get cuddled this morning because she was dead asleep. I kind of want Strikestone to kind of be like inching away from them. Like he's kind of like distancing himself from them. Yeah, she's got a raspy meow. She's old lady. She has a couple different meows. But the one that she does when she like wants something is very demanding. It is not nice at all. She does not, please is not in her vocabulary anymore. Non-full body? I don't think so. We'll see, we'll see. I don't think I think I'm gonna just have them. I'm not exactly sure. I don't want him to look like too angry. I kind of want him to look more disappointed. Like, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Where is he? He's right there. I'm not angry. I'm just tired of my siblings. Tired sibling moments. Hey, Pans. I feel like his torn ear is kind of like I should add it if I can, because it is like one of his only character moments I feel like people who don't hyperfixate on him think about. Like, yes, he got his ear ripped off and now he can't hear in one side of his ear. Hi, Tiger Heart. Yeah, it's in Scoreflight's Hope. It's from one of the sisters, but I can't remember if there's like a specific one. I do understand that people would probably buy this pin more for like Sleek Whisker though. Only the true Strikestoner heads understand that I don't know, the Ballad of Strikestone. I forgot Strike was the one that had that happen to him. Yeah. Him, and then there's somebody else. I don't remember. Is there somebody else that gets injured? Oh, yeah. I think Stonewing gets his sunrise shredded it. Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, like, unless they just hit him so hard on that side of the head or something. I don't know. Isn't Stonewing with him? Isn't that how Stonewing gets, like, his kinked tail or whatever? I like Juniper Claw. I kind of wanted his paws to be like maybe he was walking away. Hmm. I almost wonder if I have him. I can Chibi-Fi their leggies, maybe? See, in my mind, I kind of had him kind of walking this way. I honestly think that Juniper Claw is... I feel like Sleek Whisker probably has more fans than Juniper Claw, but Juniper Claw has narratively grown out of the three siblings the most. Like, he was used for 2 arcs. So, like, yeah. What was the first warrior cat I designed, like, ever? Probably Gray Stripe. For the blog, Redtail. Procrastinating instead of editing a video. That was me yesterday. Strike, what do I want you to be doing? I thought Sleek Whisker was an old child. No. Only child, you mean? Yeah. No. That's why I like them, because they're like crazy related. Part of me is like, do I want him... See, I almost feel like having Juniper and Sleek... Or not, sorry, having Juniper and Strike kind of like mirror each other. Where their heads are might help. Because then I'm like, he's not looking at him. So I could be crouched over. Yeah, I was thinking maybe like that. I need to find a way to have his head lower than Sleek Whiskers. Like, Sleek Whiskers needs to be, like, towering over them. Like, these two are just two sad boys. They literally escaped the kin together. They, in my mind, like, they have a much more tragic sibling relationship. But I also feel like they both found out that Sleek Whisker is, like, actually insane at the same time. But then when Strikestone realizes that Juniper Claw is kind of also insane and willing to kill people, then he's just like, oh my god. I'm doing the most slept on littermate pairing in all of Warrior Cats. That's gonna be the name of the YouTube video. I'm doing Strikestone, Juniper Claw, and Sleek Whisker. I feel like I kind of wanted to be like politely sitting at the same time. Maybe with like his claws out? No, it might make him look too like ferocious. Maybe have Sleek's tail stretched over him. One paw reaching out. That could be true. I do like that idea, actually. I kind of want him to be looking at Juniper Claw in my mind. The best book would be first placing, with Strike just being a bust. Yeah, I feel like, I haven't done any other ones that are just busts, though, so in my mind, it's like, do I really want this only one to be a bust? Bombastic side. Would be better for sales? I don't care about sales! This is my house! I feel like maybe... Let me, hide that really quick. But yes, you're right. Putting Sleek Whisker. I mean, that's kind of why I have her above both of them. And I am making Strikestone very small. Like, he's crouched, he's kneeled. How many littermates? Like 1.5 million. Probably. No, I think I have... Oh... I don't know if I'll do Bristle, Thrift, and Flip, honestly. I don't remember. Is it like 40 or something? How many have we done? We've done 18. I think it might be 30 on the list. I don't remember. I do think that that kind of works a little better. If one of the 3 cat litters had one in the middle putting their arms around the other 2. I'm trying to think of which one we have. I could see Redtail, Willow, and Spotted being like that, with Redtail putting his arms around the other 2. Maybe Cloudtail, Asher, and Fern Cloud. But I already had an idea for those 2. Oh, those 3. Somebody jokes about that every stream, Jaro. Wayako, one of the stream like frequenters, they drew a kitten pile of all the berry. Oh wait, berry heart kits. I'm sorry, I thought you meant snowbird. People have requested me to draw all of berry hearts kits, but not enough people. I mean, people want me to like include Needletail in there, and I don't think that it would work. I might do a Violet Kit Needlepaw. I think I will probably do a pin for that. I think that pin would work. Trying to think of how... I don't know. I'm gonna have to let this sit a little bit and see if I can come up with anything better. Let me let it sit. I don't want to do Mothlight's kits. They all look too similar to each other. And also no one really cares about their kits. Died if all their eyes are closed. I kind of want to try to do Hawkfrost and Brambleclaw. I don't know. They're really big. I haven't looked. But it's 300 DPI, whatever it is. See, this one, I want to do something with the fox trap. How do I draw the fox trap? Do I usually just draw it as a stake? I think I do. I think I simplified Hawkfrost, didn't I? Yeah, I simplified him a little bit at least. I want another kind of like... circular one, I think. I think it's implied that Hawkfrost like covered it up and then like led him there with, I don't know, a blood trail or something. Not me putting 2 Brambleclaws on my enamel pins thinking people will want it. Well, actually people did say they were interested in it, so... I guess it's not too crazy. I kind of want the steak in his mouth. But I kind of want the wire to be wrapping around them. And I kind of want Brambleclaw to be facing away from the camera except for his face. And then Hawkfrost to be like... Am I hopeful for Darktail's judgment? I wouldn't say hopeful. 9 colors now? Yeah. Does look good. Could you guys hear that? She's on the desktop now. Or on the tower, or whatever it's called. I want their faces to be the same height. Lots of apple today. Yeah, she is very active. I think it's because she was sleeping the morning away. Oh my gosh, she's found some paper. She has decided to make it. I kind of want him to be like... In my mind, I kind of want him to be twisting. The thing about cattails is that they get in the way of my flow of action. This is the messiest sketch ever, you guys. Don't worry about it right now. I want them to be like back to back. I think I tried this pose with Snowfur and I didn't like it. So we'll see if I can get this. I think that if I kind of make him twist a little bit more. His white belly, well, people are going to know that it's Hawkfrost and Brambleclaw because of the stick, so it doesn't matter too much. Let's see if we can get it a little bit more cleaned up. Like the hind leg. Let me look up a cat twisting. Cat twisting in air. I might be able to get something that's similar to what I'm looking for. Wait, which ones? Which ones, Toon? Also, welcome in. Looking up cats twisting in the air. as one does. I do like this one. Okay, let me reference this one. Let me see if I like the flow of action in this reference image. Ugh, I hate Google, actually. Can you just give me the freaking picture? Gray and clear, that's who I thought. Okay, I like this one. You just posted? I'm looking. Oh my gosh! Yeah, Ash looks good. Moth is very mothy. Well, actually, this is not the right angle, is it? I need them from, like, the back. Well, let's see if we can make it work. I could make him more towards the front, and if I had his belly showing... that might actually be better for Hawkfrost, since his white belly is very, like... This is Hawkfrost. His belly is white, type of deal. And then kind of extend out his pose. Stretchy his leggy. Hey, Janetta. I will say, you're designing a lot faster than I am, Toon. Okay, where is Hawkfrost? There we go. His long neck. He has his, like, crazy eyes. For, like, the design every warrior cat. Toon is working on some product idea. Much like I am working on enamel pin designs. Hawkfrost pulling the twister. Something like that. Maybe. We'll see. My sketching today has not been... I mean, I've been sketching for an hour and I haven't really been satisfied with anything I was sketching, so it might just be a cleanup day if I can't. If I don't have any new brain thoughts. I don't think I actually like his... Yeah, he's a handsome devil. Of course he has hair. We love cleanup and democracy. I'm trying. I feel like I've just been designing too many of these pins. And like, my creative juices are... I need to replenish. I feel like if his claws are going to be out, he needs to... Like, his paw has to be tucked in as to... Well, his paw just... It can't be out. Like, it can't be on the silhouette. There needs to be something that it's hitting. And it would be easy for me to hit it with the white underbelly. Or, like... But... I'm really, really messing him up. Also, I think his head needs to be bigger. Well, I guess his tail is out here, right? So I guess it would be hitting his tail, possibly. Ooh, my hand is hurting already. It's only been an hour. Oh, goodness gracious. I think it's because I'm tensing up so much. I just take care of your hands. I know. I didn't draw it all yesterday. I was literally just working. I was just typing. I wore my hand wrist all day. That's a lie. I did draw, but I drew with my hand wrist. I was just drawing like tutorial things. Perhaps quiz. Oh my god. No, I want to draw. I want to draw. This is my problem. I want to draw. Everything is being a little slower today. That's okay. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to draw fast. Shrink Hawkfrost a little bit for now. Deadline is tomorrow. I want to draw. All funds must go to magically being granted wrists and hands that do not hurt. I've been told by multiple people that I should get a bigger tablet because drawing with a small tablet means that your hand's doing smaller motions and like, but I love my tablet. I feel like I want his back. I have a Wacom Intuos medium, yes. It's a 6x8. Makes your wrist stop hurting. I don't have carpal tunnel. It's just normal, just like wrist strain. It's not carpal tunnel. My sister taught me the trick to test for if you have carpal tunnel. It's not carpal tunnel from me. I literally need to stretch. And I hate bringing it up to you guys because I haven't stretched. Every time I bring up, oh my god, my wrist hurts, and you go, have you stretched? No, and that's the thing you do. So then I hate complaining about it because I literally know how to fix it. I hate when people complain about things when you've been told how to fix them, and the only reason that it's still happening is because you haven't taken the steps, you're lazy, and you haven't fixed them, and that's how I am with my wrist, and so I will stop talking about it. Because I know the solution. Now, if only there was a solution to my own procrastination. Hey Sage, yeah, we're trying. I wanted to do Bramble and Hawk for a while. I think that, yeah, and then if I pull it up, lower the opacity on Hawk really quick. When you said that, yeah. I literally just need to do stretches. I need to do stretches on my leg. My sciatica is acting up too. I literally couldn't walk this morning. I'm a mess. I could walk. That's a lie, but it was very painful. And I had to sit down on the couch for multiple hours after taking muscle relaxants. Calm my leg down. To stretch my hands, yeah. But then it's like, oh, but I want to draw. I feel like he could be. I feel like shrinking his body. Well, this is the thing, right? I feel like my hand doesn't really usually hurt. I don't know. It does. I'm a liar. Yes, there's no excuse. You're right, Yellow. You're right, Yellow Leaf. I should stretch. I'm stretching right now. I don't think so, Agnolia. So I've gone to PT for my sciatica. And the physical therapy said that most likely, well, so I have scoliosis, which doesn't help, but I have underdeveloped glutes. And glutes are the biggest muscle in your whole body. They're like your butt muscles. And they said that my glutes are probably underdeveloped. And because of that, when I like kneel down to pick... Yeah, I don't have it as bad as my sister. My sister had to wear like a back brace when she was younger to like straighten out her back. But so when I go down to pick stuff up or I accidentally like twist in a weird way and my muscles start overworking themselves, like muscles that don't usually have to work that hard, but because my glutes are underdeveloped, they do, it inflames the area and then it pushes on the sciatic nerve. And that's why I get the sciatica. I called it Barbie doll leg. Before I knew that it had an actual name, I called it Barbie doll leg because the pain happens right in the joint of where like a Barbie doll's joint happens. And then it goes down your leg into your knee. And it's a sharp lightning bolt of pain. And it's so exhausting when it happens. I used to have it a lot at the UPS store, and that is because I was lifting packages all day long. And so that's one of the reasons why I gave my 2 weeks at that place, because I was like, my body can't do the UPS store. I know, buttless twins. But, so, I used to do, this is the other thing though, which is interesting. I did Taekwondo when I was younger, right? And I specifically remember I got tendonitis in my leg at one point doing Taekwondo, where I also had pain. And this was really, I remember that it was in middle school. And it went away for the longest time. And then it started to flare back up when I started working at the UPS store, basically. So, I don't know. It could also be that. I might have done something to it when I was in Taekwondo. Long time ago that like cemented. It's like how I have TMJ now because I had braces for an underbite and then I had like a device to pull up my jaw, a herps device, and then when I got my braces off and I got my retainer that was supposed to keep my jaw in the place that it was, I didn't wear it, and so now my jaw has gone back into my face a little bit more, and now I just have like TMJ and stuff like that because my jaw's moved so much over the years. Yeah, you don't take care of your body and it starts to show. It just sucks. You did Taekwondo as well? Yeah, Taekwondo was fun. We broke boards with our feet. That was always my favorite part. When we'd have a belt test, we would break a board. It was really fun. I always felt very, like, accomplished afterward. Yeah, I don't have any back pain. Mostly. I do, but it's, like, at the lower, like, very tip of your back. So, I don't usually have back pain. But they just said that there could be a lot of, like, different reasons why I experienced that sciatica. It was super bad after my COVID vaccines. I can't walk the next day. I will literally pass out. That's what happened. So I just have to be careful when I get, like, the vaccines. Okay, and then he has the stick. That was the last time I passed out. I used to pass out a lot. But I'm like TMIing you guys so much right now. I apologize profusely. Actually, I'm probably gonna drop it because I feel like I'm just dropping all this medical TMI on you guys. You guys probably don't even want to know. Got to pick the... Wait, they put stickers in retainers? Show you my scar, yeah. It sucks. But then I got my iron under control and now I don't pass out as much. Except for when I get vaccines, apparently. Try Taekwondo. Taekwondo was fun. This is a Hawk and Bramble. Hey, River. I don't remember last time, so. I promise that if I tell you to, like, knock it off, or, like, you did something that you think made me angry, that I probably don't remember it, and I won't hold it against you. And if I did remember you, that means that it must have been really bad. Interesting hearing other people and their issues, even though it sounds weird. The farm that I work at, I have mostly disabled, and it's honestly interesting to hear all kinds of different stories. I don't necessarily... I think that overall, knock on wood, I'm a very healthy individual. I rarely get sick. Yeah, I have chronic headaches. Like, a lot. And yeah, I have some mental issues, but who doesn't nowadays? And I've got the sciatica. But I feel like, and I've got most of my health issues generally under control. And I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, that's the other thing, Noor. With the TMJ, I clench my jaw. I actually do have to wear a retainer at night, but it's specifically to, like, prevent me from clenching. So if I get really stressed, I can tell because I'll clench my jaw at night. And then... Okay, but he's a kitten in that one. He's, like, more older now. I want him to... Got my tetanus? Tetanus, okay. Actually, I had no idea that tetanus shots were spelt like that. I think everyone has their own share of medical issues. That you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, I don't know how you live with that. And you're like, it's normal, like, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. You can get night guards for super cheap on Amazon, like a 3-pack. That's what my dentist told me to do before, because I was like, should I get one custom made to, like, fit my mouth from you? And he was like, I'm gonna save you $300. Try the ones on Amazon first. And I'm like, okay, thanks. Yeah. I'm apparently a very bad teeth grinder. I've been told that by people that have slept in the same room as me. They were like, I could literally hear you grinding your teeth at night. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I swear it only happens when I'm, like, super stressed, though. Yeah. Well, you're supposed to, like, trim it. So you can, like, trim it to not be as far back in your mouth and stuff like that. Hmm. Oh, he's gonna have the scar now. Does he actually have a nose scar like this, or do I just kind of, like, give it to him because Tiger Star had one? No, you don't really need... Yeah. For me, it's just because... I mean, I have... like, TMJ. You don't think he has one? What did my old Hawkfrost look like? Okay, the old Hawkfrost has one as well. I like to think that maybe, like, Tiger Star gave it to him when he was training in the Dark Forest. Do you guys ever get annoyed listening to my voice? Sometimes I say something out loud and I'm like, that probably sounded so stupid. Why are people here? Just addicted to no scars? Yeah, I guess so. He has a smaller nose bridge. Like, it's much more, yeah, of a point. I'm struggling with... what angle I want his face to be. I do like the angle that I'm kind of drawing it now, but it's more straight facing. And I feel like his ears... I make the ears so freaking big on him. Nah, you're good. Okay, thank you. I don't know. Oh, I just think about how me and my sister apparently sound exactly the same, and I don't get annoyed by my sister's voice. And so I'm like, okay, it's not as bad as I think it is. Have a scarred muzzle, cause sometimes before fading echoes. Oh, interesting. Oh, we do have the same laugh. I think I want him to look more angry than crazed. I just made him look more crazed, but it's okay. Anime hair. Hawkfrost is pretty anime in my brain. Keeps like anime. Actually, that's kind of just everyone, isn't it? See ya, Amber. Good luck. Good luck. And enjoy your vacation. You definitely earned it. You've been working crazy lately. I feel like he has more of a football face than I'm drawing him on. I'm just struggling to draw my own designs today. Not Hawkfrost having the same look as your Splashtail. They're kind of the same. If you think about it really hard, Splashtail and Hawkfrost kind of... like, scientists want you to tell the difference between the picture. They're the same picture. Do I have a preference between the newer and older covers? The older ones. Did you guys see that River of Fire's Polish cover got dropped? Hold on, I'll go grab it. We can check it out on stream. I think it's the weakest of the covers they've done so far. It's the only cover that I couldn't figure out who the cats were. I had to look up the artist statement. Hold on. I had no idea who these cats were. You guys will probably be smarter than me. I really thought that they do Rowan Claw on this cover, but I guess I was just, I mean, that's like the coolest part of the book. There it is. Yeah, they are. I've heard that. It's Fig. Yeah, it's Finn and Twig. I literally could not. It's so obviously Finn when you know that, right? But this doesn't look like Twig Branch to me at all. And also, this isn't like the most memorable part of the book for me. I remember looking at the tail and being like, what is this, berry nose? I like literally forgot that Finleaf had it. To be fair, it was the morning. It was literally like, this was one of the first pictures I saw when I woke up because I looked at the Warriors Wiki. I saw the recent images on the Warriors Wiki. I was like, oh, there's a new Polish cover. Thought it was Berry Nose. It's definitely been. Yes, ginger legs. The whole picture's ginger. The whole thing's ginger. I don't know. I thought it was close to the fire. Somebody, like, look. Twig Branch has a ginger leg. Also, this isn't Twig Branch. This is not what Twig Branch looks like. Yeah, he has stuff to do in River of Fire. Him and Twig just left Sky Clan, and they're now proving themselves. But that's not the coolest part of River of Fire. They should have done, like, Rowan Claw fighting Sleek Whisker over the kits. Yeah, I think this is the weakest of the covers, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this fire is like... I mean, it's really stylized compared to everything else. Do you guys... Like, it's really stylized compared to everything else in the picture. That's, like, really realistic. Did they do that on any of the other ones? I guess the splash... What's the water look like in Shattered Sky? Okay, the water is pretty stylized. The Shattered Sky one is freaking peak, though. They don't do full scenes for A Vision of Shadows. For A Vision of Shadows, they're literally just doing black backgrounds. Anyway, it's pretty cool. It's still better than anything that they'll ever give us as Americans. But do we really deserve anything better than what we get? I personally don't like the choice of making the background, like, a pure black background on any of the covers for A Vision of Shadow, so I agree with you, Saturn. I feel like it would have worked if they worked more with the negative space that the pictures create, sort of like they do, I think it's the Vietnamese covers, but it just feels like, I don't know. Then the Dutch Dovewing Silence cover? Wait, I have to look this up. I have no idea what it looks like. Dutch language edition. Graphic design is my passion. Wait, she got blue eyes. I actually like this cat as like a dovewing though. It's not that bad. I mean, it could be this. It could be this. See, now I'm struggling because Hawkfrost isn't going to have any of his white belly showing. So now I'm unsure if I like this pose for him. I also just don't like it that much. It's running into the same problems I had with Snowfur before I redesigned her. I do like this hand though, so hold on. Let's see if I didn't erase it. Never erase your sketch. You'll regret it. So I'm wondering if I make him a little bit more gremlin-y. Okay, move it. It's not that cool. I don't need to keep it. But I definitely want his white belly to be showing. I really wish they do less realism. I don't mind realism. I don't really have a preference on whether it be realism or not realism. I wish that they would pick somebody different. Breaking cat anatomy. I just wish that the covers were more aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. Now Asher is done. Oh, I'm looking at him. I'm looking at him. Wait, what did you change? Oh, you gave him blue eyes. No, he always had blue eyes. Adjusted his hood and his eyes. Okay, you gave him more icy blue eyes. Oh, and you shrunk. Okay, I see. You shrunk the eye shine. Would you consider, like, having a cape on the hood? Or is that too much to ask? I think that would probably drive the price up. I think it'd be cute if he had a cape that also, like, with, like, a little tail at the bottom. I would be so cute. I feel like it'd be easy because the manufacturer could just, I mean, it would still just be a single piece of fabric, and then they could, like, sew, when they're sewing the seam, they could just sew the tail into the seam on the bottom. I mean, I can see how I would make the pattern in my brain, which makes me feel like it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, I like the face. I just needed the body to feel more dynamic, I think. And I'm liking this a lot better than what I had. I do think I could... I mean, he is a little skinny evil boy compared to his brother. Even though they're technically supposed to have the same exact build. I'm not listening. Basically, my house, my Xbox, my rules. Okay, now to play the game, where does the other leg go? There's always one stupid leg that doesn't work. Yeah, twist it so that his belly is, like, properly showing. That's the important part. Buff Hawkfrost isn't real. I don't consider him... I draw him less fluffy overall than his moth flight, I think. No, they're both pretty fluffy. But, yeah, he's not, like, bulky fluffy. I feel like this is a very crazy pose. I'm actually kind of liking it, though. I almost wonder if I make... See a hollow. Have a beautiful night's sleep. Which cat's his barber? I don't know. River Clan definitely has a barber. There's lots of people with some really swaggy hair in River Clan, but I don't know. I could never decide which one is the barber. It might be Crooked Star, because I feel like the barber has no hair. Because who's gonna do his hair? No one, so he's just gotta shave it off. But at the same time... Maybe it's Mudfur. I might be moss pelt. She's been around for long enough. Riverstar's descendants have barber knowledge. That's true, that's true. But there's... Oh, yeah, there is, because... Hey, Ocean Pulse. Quickest Star would be a peak barber. What's the barber? Well, we could do like a barbershop quartet. So who's like the barbershop quartet of River Clan? That way we can pick 4 people. Okay, I did color in his eye, or his nose is what I meant to say. Has a barber vessel he possesses. It's crazy that that's not even that far from canon anymore in Warrior Cats when you start thinking about it. Where we started, how it's going. Sometimes it's nice to just look back and bask in the silliness of Warrior Cats. Rock is the most bald. Riverstar, Krigastar, Mudfur, Rock. Do they all have... They don't all have to be dudes. We live in a society. Do you guys see the stake that stabs... normal sentences in Warrior Cats that aren't normal anywhere else. Do you guys see the stake that kills Hawkfrost as being wooden or metal? Wooden, metal, wooden... Do you think it's about 50-50 in the fandom? I feel like when I see it see, I always thought of it as wooden. But when I see it metal, it still registers to me as being the foxtrap thing, stake. It's said to be wooden. I associate stake with vampire. I always associated it... I watch a lot of, like, survival shows, so, like, Alone, Survivor Man, etc., where they make traps like that, but they're always, like, made out of wood because they don't have metal. So I always kind of assumed it was made out of wood because of that. Metal, metal, wooden, wooden. Like those railroad nails. Yeah. It makes more sense that they'd be kind of like industrial grade. But then at the same time, I feel like it's easier for a cat to grasp a wooden stake in its mouth than like a metal one. I guess. I don't know. Rusty metal? Oh my gosh. Brambleclaw, look out. You're gonna get tetanus. The Holly in the Sea map, the thumbnail has a wooden stick, but in the animation it's metal. Continuity. I think in Pet, which is... Actually, I don't know if Alley Cat Nia ever got to the steak part in Pet. I remember it was passed off, and I think it was wooden. I don't consider it, like, obviously it looks like this in my mind. Like, so it's like a long stick, and then it has notches up here. And the notches are what you tie the thread into, or the metal, the wire. And then you have the thingy. And you, like, carve it out. I don't know. I think Pet was one of the first times the scene had been really animated. Is why I feel like it probably solidified a lot of predisposition of what I imagine the scene as in my head. But I don't think... I think that Alicania dropped it before, and then Fluffy Lovey finished it a couple years later. So... there's probably another map out by then. Not map, another project out that had animated it. There's this one person that did fake screenshots on DeviantArt. I think they've definitely done a fake screenshot of, that scene. And I wonder if that also is something, is like why I think of it as wooden. Fluffy Lovey, like, finished it based off of the storyboard notes that Alley Cat Nia had at the end of Pet on their channel. So if you look at Fluffy Lovey, look up Fluffy Lovely Pet finished or something. Or Warriors AMB Pet finished or something. The exit? No, that's not the first time. For sure not. Lindsay's also animated it. Yeah, I can link it really quick. I'm gonna have to take a quick break because Apple's yelling at me again. So hold on, let me link it and you guys can watch it while I'm on break. Pet Warrior Cats finished. Finished. Okay, yeah, here it is. Guys, watch this while I go BRB really quick. I'm back. Did you guys watch it? What did the steak look like? See, the other thing is, I do agree that the metal... I might make it metal in this picture because it'll stand out against Brambleclaw. Possibly. Maybe not, because it's gonna be completely where his, like... Hey, Kay. Actually, I'm gonna try making it brown. I think it'll stick, and then I'll be able to use the same brown. I almost wish I could make this... I wish I could make the wire, like, screen printed on top of everything. In pet, it's wood. Okay. I was under the assumption it probably was, because I always imagined it as wood. And I'm like, it's probably because all the stuff I was watching when I was a baby made it wood. In that era. I'm pretty sure I made it wood in Jimmy Hugh Whispers as well. In the newer era, it's been metal. Well, I'm oldie. We making it wood in this house. I don't think I will. I don't know yet. Oh, we're gonna listen to the Omori Undertale Deltarune. This is kind of like one of my favorite playlists at the moment. It's so chill. Are you adding Hawk's Wound? Oh, I just said, I don't know yet. Maybe? We'll see, we'll see. Okay, I didn't have any of Bramble showing. I just had him being behind Tawny in this one. Oh my god, I have too many things open. How did I do his... Okay, so he does have butt fluff. I don't know if he needs the butt fluff. Personally. Shall we shave him? So says the crowd. Bald him. Maybe. We'll see, we'll see. I think his leg can be shrunkied a little bit. And then, like, simplifying this shape might make it feel more stretchied. Big meaty paws, my boy. Okay. You guys got me all self-conscious about all of the characters having their paws hanging out on these now. Okay. They have like the same tail. They do have pretty much the same tail. And then his markings go like that. How did I... Okay, I simplified it up. Okay. His markings kind of act like he has a face mask, but he doesn't. But they basically outline like if he had mask markings. They'll be on backer kit. I'm hoping to premiere 3 designs at FWA this May. But the 3 designs are these 3. There'll be a backer kit to see if anybody is interested in the other designs. Okay, and then his back marking highlights his shoulder. And then he has paws. How did I do? Okay, I just simplified it a little bit, but it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, no problem, Omen. I'm also gonna make him stickers. I'll probably make a couple as stickers as well for FWA. Can you stop? There we go. Get rid of that one so I don't have to keep on accidentally going to it. I've been like slowly expanding the white on his chest lately. Kind of like it with the fluff all the way. I don't know. I think if I did this. And then pulled down the leg. Yeah. This might make, and it might not make any sense to any of you guys, but it's okay, it's okay. There's a lot going on for me to also put the string on, unless the string can be like screen printed all above the thing, which I don't think is possible. Like I might have to make it, I don't know. Okay. Spokane to see his buddies. Ooh. If only I had buddies in Spokane. What a lovely idea. I've never been to Washington. I would love to go one day. I haven't really been too far west. I think the furthest west I've done is like New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada. And I haven't been like anywhere in Northern America. Like, I didn't get to go to the upper. Spokane? Well, you know, I'm from the Midwest, and we're gonna say Spokane over here. Y'all can mispronounce Olentangy. I can mispronounce Spokane. I'm just kidding. I will try to remember. As a Californian, your threats mean nothing to me. I have the power of corn on my side. Okay, I think that's the same. Oh, it's not the same. I'm gonna make it the same color as this on Bramble. It might be the same. Actually, I think it is the same. I think I just changed it because of moth flight. And then I simplified up the other markings. Come to Washington. I am applying to the Seattle FurryCon, I believe. It's on my list of like ones I'm watching for applications to open for. Expressions for Grey Wing. You get my gut. I know. It would be my first time selling. It would be... Well, I do have some other ones that I would fly to, but it is one of the cons that I am willing to fly to. I'm not sure. If I don't get in, we'll see. It might be lottery based, and if it is, then there's nothing you can do about it if you don't get in. Just gotta try again next year. We need a Mothlight and her siblings. I remember a couple people asked for Mothlight and Dust Muzzle. I don't think anyone actually asked for like Ember Kit and Morning Whisker with them. There were a couple people that did request. I do love Dust Muzzle. We just need a Mothlight emote. Yeah. Let me copy and paste this. Can we pretend? I don't know. Guys, can I talk to you guys for a second? So, throughout the entirety of Dawn of the Clans, Pebbleheart is constantly having prophecy visions of the Moonstone during Dawn of the Clans. So technically speaking, he's kind of the first, like, he's kind of the first one that ever was shown the Moonstone. Pebbleheart deserves the world. Yep. ThunderClan finds everything? Well, I mean, Mothlight is from Wind Clan, so... whatever, man. It was setting him up to be the first? Well, that's not true. Because Mothlight finding the Moonstone was in Secrets of the Clans. So everybody kind of... I feel like, if anything, they forgot that in Secrets of the Clans, it was 100% confirmed that Mothlight was the one that found the Moonstone. No, they couldn't have, because Pebbleheart, Cloudspots, Mothlight, and Dappled Pelt are all named because they show up in Secrets of the Clans. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what they were thinking. It's fine. Okay, I wanted this to maybe be the same color. Oops. Oh, I could make the stick like the cool brown that's on Hawkfrost. Talking about Dawn of the Clans cats, every stream. Welcome in, Star. And then I'll make this the same color. Match it to Hawkfrost. Does he have a... No. Vary the colors? Maybe. I'm just going to make it the same color right now. We can adjust it. I did have to adjust some of the Pantones for Squirrel and Jay. So... Maybe... I don't want to give him, like, cream, though. Also, he's got a different eye color. Oh my god, it's becoming kind of crazy. In this house. Clear Sky mention. Hey, Bilo. I'm at the part where Quiet Rain said she didn't want to see Clear Sky again. I like that part. I like when she chews them out. Okay. You said maybe try marrying them. Let me lower the opacity. Fills me with evil glee. Also true, also true. I do think that Bramble's arm should probably be coming out. I don't think that the wire is necessary. Really. What is happening? Why is it doing this? Am I on a different layer? Oh, I see. Wait. Whatever, man. I do wonder... No, it looks better with the dark. I like Brambleclaw. I thought he was a pretty good father, too. Okay. I like his relationship with Jayfeather and Lionblaze in Brimblestar Storm. How many colors are on this? Nine. Okay. How are we feeling about this one now that we've, like, left it and came back? I do really like the Juniper Claw. I almost feel like Sleek Whisker should be facing more towards the camera. She could be, like, jumping and have more of her body out. Yeah, definitely on the right side. That's why I'm wondering if I make Sleek Whisker kind of jumping through the whole background, that could be very interesting. I don't really mind it being a little, like, side heavy necessarily. Yeah, they will be star. I'm gonna do a Kickstarter for them. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking I'll do. I'm gonna clean up one, though. Let's see, who do we want to clean up? I'm going to start the poll. Let's see, we have Moss, Stone, Misty, we have Crooked Oak, we have Tiger, Dawn, Flame, and Alder Spark, sure. Cast your votes. Oops. Let me save this one. I think I can make their heads bigger. Yeah, I think if I make their heads bigger, it'll help fill this space too. Up here. Definitely. They look so goofy being on their hind legs. These guys? They're jumping. They're like in the air. Not really, no. Most of the time when I draw eyes on a human... what are my eyes? Yeah, I usually just go like this. Or like... I think all my human characters either have like just simple eyes. I don't think any of them have anime eyes. I mean, they kind of do, but... There's something about this one. I feel like this one has the opposite problem of this one in that they look too... Like, I need to shrink the heads just ever so slightly and make the bodies bigger. I don't draw them very often, especially not on stream. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. This is Shadow Sight, Shadow Paw, Light Paw, and Pounce Paw. My gray wing looks like a seal. Oh my gosh. Yes. I like him. One for you. Yeah. This one turned out pretty okay. I think my favorite so far is... I mean, I do really like this one. The Rusty and Princess. But I think the Lightning Tail Thunder one kind of... I remember this one being super easy to do. It came out exactly how I wanted it to. Like, this one... I feel like I had the least time, and I'm like some of the most satisfied with it. Although I do really like, I really like the Dove and Ivy one, too. Because they're from different litters. That's what I'll say, I guess. I don't know. Because the trio of them don't really have a relationship. I mean, they do, but in my mind, I understand, like, they are all siblings, but I feel like Greywing has the relationship with both of them, and then Clear Sky and Jagged Peak, they do end up, like, recovering from Jagged Peak's exile in A Forest Divided, I think. But I don't see them having... I feel like if I had to add Jagged Peak to it, I'd have to add Fluttering Bird as well. Alright, Cricket and Oak and Misty Stone and Moss are completely tied. Didn't this happen last time? Hold on, let me get the coin out. Okay. Oh, wait, Cricket and Oak. Oh, no, no. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's pretty even. It's literally like one of them will go higher and then the other one will catch up. Okay. Heads will be Mossstone, Misty, and tails will be Cricket and Oak. Are we ready? Tails. Cricket and Oak. Okay, change Crooked Star's eye color. Ugh, I'm gonna have to scroll through. Just type in Crooked Jaw. I think he'll show up immediately. Yep, he will. Okay. I just want his eye color to be lighter. I always saw him with blue eyes. I'm sorry. I feel like I've never seen him with green eyes. Okay. Go down to 35. Weird. I thought it was pretty clever, personally. I do admit that I feel like when they were kids, I think in the mountains, Clear Sky had a much closer relationship with Jagged Peak and Fluttering Bird as like a big brother. But when Fluttering Bird died, he immediately like distanced himself. Like that was his thing, right? He loved somebody and they died. And so he's immediately distancing himself from any other experience where he'd have to watch a loved one die. That's why he exiles Jagged Peak. That's why he exiles Storm. Well, that's why Storm leaves. That's why, because he has it for Brightstream and he has it for Fluttering Bird, right? I thought, I was like, yeah, I could see how this would get twisted in somebody's mind. To be like, ah, yes, everything I touch dies. Fairly Odd Parents reference. 8% tiger siblings. Yeah, that sounds about right. No one's woke on the Thunder Clan. I feel like all the Shadow Clan siblings on this list are not very popular. Sorry. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Hey, Janice. I feel like I am having a lot harder of a time designing the 3-pack siblings than the 2-pack right now. Which makes sense. I mean, you have a whole nother cat body you have to, like, include into the pin. But I also want there to be, like, a reason that I added them. I did not read the new book. So I would prefer no spoilers. But, I mean, I understand that not reading the book means that I don't really have the right to... Well, not reading the book yet kind of forfeits my right to not hearing spoilers, so I completely understand. I'm just so hung up on Clear Sky being horrible that seeing him try to change... I think that's your issue. Is that you want to see him as a horrible, like, warrior cat antagonist. You must open your third eye. I cannot open it for you. It must open naturally. Far from forfeited? Yeah, I guess so. It's different. That's interesting. I'm still in the second arc. Wait, October, have you not read all of Warrior Cats before? I thought you were doing a reread. I don't know. I personally enjoy Clear Sky's arc of him trying to take accountability, and this is what I like about Clear Sky, right? First off, he's super delusional. Very entertaining to read. It's interesting. I feel like it's done fairly okay because I can actually sympathize with where his delusion is coming from. He's just like one of those people that when he tries to fix a problem, he like cranks it up to 11 and he actually makes a different problem in a different, like, he makes a problem on the entire other side of the board. And he continues to do this even when he's trying to fix his mistakes from the first 3 books by trying to like welcome in One Eye. And now he's like super welcoming to cats. He's willing to welcome in even people that have quote unquote murderous intent, like quote unquote. I was thinking about Tom, how he like is wildly just like a terrible cat, but he's willing to take in cats even when other people are like, you really shouldn't do that. And he's like, well, they want us to be welcoming. And then he's like, well, we should all band together. They wanted us to unite or die, right? So like we should join our clans or our camps together again, blah, blah, blah. So he's like trying to fix his problems by turning it all the way to 11 to be like kumbaya. And then he actually just causes even more problems where he gets exiled from his own camp. He loses Petal. He experiences like the consequences of his own, oh no, the consequences of my actions again. And at the end of the day, he only really redeems himself he still really doesn't care about anybody other than his clanmates and his family. And so he redeems himself at the end of the arc. He redeems himself to his clanmates and to his family, but he doesn't redeem himself to anyone else. Shadowstar or Tall Shadow and Windrunner still think he's like a piece of crap. And I honestly like that. I like that he gets redeemed to his family members, aka the people that would probably have the most sympathy for him and the most reasons to like give him second chances and like have that unconditional love for him because they're like freaking family. But then the people around him, like and then when he causes trouble in like Mothlight's vision in Riverstar's home, he's specifically causing trouble to... I honestly think he's a little bit well, that's not true because SkyClan and RiverClan have some of the most... He's actually a lot more welcoming to rogues and loners at the beginning of the Dawn of the Clans than Tall Shadow's camp is. But anyway, he causes problems for the 2 clans that have non-mountain-born leaders or leaders that aren't from his family. And I'm like, yeah, he probably still doesn't like respect them at all. Like he probably has some sort of bias of being like, you have no idea what we went through in the mountains. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just find him very interesting. He gets usurped. So like when One Eye takes over Sky Clan in the Blazing Star, he usurps Clear Sky, and Clear Sky goes running towards Tall Shadow's camp. I don't know. I just find him fascinating. I feel like he's one of the more interestingly written characters in Warrior Cats. So that's why I like him. I could talk about Clear Sky all day. I won't, because no one really cares. I like that he has moments where he's chewed out with his family. He has moments, like, it's not just a... I don't know, I don't want to spoil you too much, Star, because it sounds like you haven't actually experienced, like, Clear Sky and Starflower's relationship yet. And Thunder's view on their relationship is so fascinating to me. A lot of people are like, haha, Starflower got together with Clear Sky, aka the dad, but I don't know. There's this one comment that Thunder makes about Clear Sky and why Starflower likes him more than Thunder, and it's such an interesting statement. I find it's so fascinating. I also find him very amusing. There's a short story in the Ultimate Guide, the expanded edition, the newest edition, that's Skystar losing his last life, and oh my god, it cracked me up. I just find him... he's my little guy. Well, so Starflower is Clear Sky's forever mate. He goes through Bright Stream and Starflower. Starflower becomes his forever mate. They technically have 2 litters, even though we have no idea what the second litter is. We see Starflower pregnant in Shadowstar's life. And they are still mates when Clear Sky Skystar dies, loses his last life. Thunder is quite jealous of this. He obviously has a crush on Starflower and is pretty peeved that Starflower chooses Clear Sky over him. But then out of the anger and the buildup that happens in a forest divided before Thunder splits from Clear Sky's group and creates what is modern day ThunderClan, he makes this comment to Clear Sky that says, like, Clear Sky says something like, oh, you're just mad that Starflower chose me over you. And then Thunder says something like, yeah, she chose you because I'm not enough like One Eye. And it's such an interesting comment because, yeah, he is kind of like him. Not really. Because he does, like, care about his actual cats that are under him, like Sky Clan and stuff like that. But I always thought that was such a fascinating comment. Because clearly they're putting that in there because they want you to see the parallels between the two. In my mind. Like, that's why they wrote that line. Is the place where Thunder splits off the current ThunderClan? Yeah, it's the camp that they settle in is the Ravine. That is the modern day ThunderClan Forest camp. I do think Starflower is the proper pick for a mate for Clear Sky, though. Because she's, like, crazy, and he's crazy, and they're, like, crazy together. And I find it amusing. It does. The only new short story from the expanded edition is the one. It's called The View from StarClan. I'm sure you can find it online. It's fairly short. I wouldn't buy the whole book for it. If you go to Barnes & Noble, you can read it. It's literally like, just go to Barnes & Noble, pick up the book, sit in the Starbucks, and read it. It's not worth buying like a whole $30 book over it unless you're a collector. And the premise is that Firestar and Graystripe are exploring StarClan's hunting grounds, and they're witnessing memories of like past StarClan cats. And one of the memories they witness is Skystar's final life and how he loses it. And his reaction when StarClan tells him, hey, you ran out of lives, and he didn't keep track of how many lives he had. He's like, send me back. And they're like, that was your last life. And he's like, no, it wasn't. And freaking Jagged Peak or Shadowstar says something like, yeah, leave it to Clear Sky to not keep track of how many freaking lives he's lost. I'm like, that's the funniest thing ever. It's so funny. I can help you picture the ThunderClan camp. Hold on, I got it right here. There you go. This one hasn't changed in about 10 years. This is the same exact layout that the Dark Path Chosen short had. The short story is in Warrior Cats: The Ultimate Guide Updated and Expanded Edition. It's a mainly picture book with profiles for prominent cats throughout the series. It has a few short stories in it. The three that I can remember off the top of my head is The View from StarClan, which is the one that I mentioned having Skystar's final life in it. And then Bramblestar's leader ceremony and Tigerstar's leader ceremony is in it. Tigerstar the first. How it connects to the rest of the territory. I guess I can imagine it. I mean, it's just a ravine, right? The river used to flow through it. Every time, like, Sylvester, I don't know who that is, but I'm glad. Clear Sky is like that one Simpsons meme that's like, oh gosh, hold on. Let me see what the meme is. Yes. This one. But it's like, am I in the wrong? No. It's everyone else who's in the wrong. This is just Clear Sky the meme. See, okay. Not so deep that a cat would die falling into it. I don't think so. The quarry camp is a lot deeper because cats have died falling into the quarry before. Okay, do the 35. When I imagined the ThunderClan ravine, I always took inspiration from the ravines around... Well, a lot of the time, I kind of just imagine Warrior Cats taking place in the Smoky Mountains. I think it's because... It was just... I probably did a family vacation to the Smoky Mountains around the same time I started reading Warrior Cats, and that's why I just kind of like have it in my brain. Well, actually, that's not true. There's a specific place in West Virginia that has heavily inspired pretty much all of my iterations of Warrior Cats. The river that runs through it is pretty much the only, like, that's what I imagine the river to look like between ThunderClan and RiverClan. I kind of just superimpose all of Warrior Cats into West Virginia, Mountain Mama. I feel like for me, I'm close to the canyon in Twin Falls. Yeah. I think it matters, like, where you grew up and how you imagine, because Warrior Cats isn't very good at describing its terrain. It leaves a lot up to the imagination, especially when they get to the lake territory. It's like... And it's not very consistent among books. So I think you just fill in the gaps with someplace you know in real life, I guess. Okay. They've got the same paws. They have a very similar physique, both of them. When you read about the environment? Like, how so? Like what it's quote-unquote supposed to be? I feel like at this point, Warriors doesn't really have what's supposed to be anything. I feel like the fun of Warrior Cats in the fandom is that there is so much left up to interpretation. Yeah, I don't think that you have a very... I mean, your problem is very common. I get a lot of people that tell me when I'm doing the camp pictures, they're like, I've never even thought about where they are. Like, there's people that it's like, I just imagine the camp to be like a circle and then like some bushes. Like, I've never really thought about it as like a piece of scenery or like a cohesive thing. And I don't really think of it... I don't really have a solid feel for really any of the camps except for the ThunderClan Ravine, which I've had for years. And it wasn't until I actually sat down and started to, like, design the scenery and make them feel unique and feel lived in that I actually, like, started to visualize them. So, unless you're, like, willing to take the time, and it does take a really long time. I mean, you've seen how it takes me months to finish one of those camp pictures. I've seen people do them in Minecraft and stuff, though. That's pretty interesting. Aw, you don't have to be grateful. I am glad to draw Warrior Cats. I draw Warrior Cats for the pure pleasure of it. They do help. I'm glad they help. I try to make them as... So when I do the camps, I do use the wikis. The wiki has a camp page that has the canon description of the camps. So I try to utilize and make them as canon compliant as I possibly can, while still also giving them some character. That's just how I like to work, though. I like to work within the realms of confirmed canon details and see how much I can make it my own, or like work within those parameters. I find it a lot more challenging and rewarding than just like coming up with my own thing. I feel like if I came up with my own thing, I might as well just make my own story. I guess. I don't know. Current art piece with over 180 cats. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've even drawn something with that many cats in it. You're kind of crazy. I respect it. I respect the grind. The group cat pictures. I'm shaking your hand. I want him to have a little bit more of a sturdy frame, like solid. I mean, his name is Oak. So I just want him to have more straightened edges than crooked. No one's going to be like, I feel like, should I add a little interior on him to his tongue? Like, should I go like that? What do you guys think? Tongue line? No tongue line. Oh, is it for Soaring 3? Soaring 3? Okay. Those are always my favorite pictures to draw, though. Even when I was doing the 4th Apprentice thing, I remember I really liked drawing the gathering pics. I've always just really liked drawing those wide, giant pictures with a bunch of cats. I think it's just because I like puzzles and they remind me of like puzzle illustrations. For a tongue line? Okay. I think it reads more like a tongue. Yeah, this is a Deltarune, Omori, Undertale playlist. I think it's a pretty positive list. I like the vibe of it. I've never played Omori, though. There is one song, I think, that people go like, oh my gosh, I have so many feels for. I'm like, I never played Omori, so I don't have the feels. I do like the music, though. Maybe I'll watch somebody play Omori or something. I've just been watching people play games lately, so I can draw while they play games, and so I can still be productive. No line. Okay. So in the picture, I have it... Okay, I have it right there. In the picture, I usually make his tongue like... it lays over. Like, you see what I mean? Mop, your comment keeps my Tosasine. Oh my gosh, three in a row. It reads more as a tongue with a line. That's what I'm thinking. I think I'll keep it. Just because it's a smaller picture. That is true. think I'm gonna keep it for now. We'll see how I like it. Make his feet a little bit rounder than his brother's. Break time. And I don't think I want... I almost wonder if I need to see his back foot. I actually don't think I need to. I think it's just a little bit messy. Yeah, I think it's fine without the back foot. "14 minutes of Minecraft gameplay. Were you building something?" I need his tail to be more stiff. And then he has his heart. I'm back. When does the Darktone Nova Super Edition come out, Darkleaf? And what other cats are most like Disney princesses, villains, or princes? September 8th. Okay. I don't know any other Disney princes. I'm gonna be completely real with you. Aladdin, I guess. Flynn Rider's not really a prince, is he? He's kind of like a con man. Cinderpelt's Cinderella. Oh, I see what you did there. Shrimprella, even. He is by marriage. Wait, do they get married? Whatever, man. I haven't seen that movie in so long, you guys. Not even funny. I think the last time that I interacted with that movie was in Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh man, my hand. Hold on, let me do a quick stretchy. I think, I don't know. I gotta admit, I don't think about Disney princesses that much. I still have never seen Frozen. Somehow, I've managed to avoid it. Yeah, Gaston's from Beauty and the Beast. I remember when I was designing Darkstripe, I was thinking about Jafar from Aladdin. And I do remember, well, okay, so this was the thing. I remember when I was designing Darktail, at first I had Jafar from Aladdin pulled up, but people said that he wasn't, like, stocky enough when it was before I had read A Vision of Shadows, and I didn't really understand. I just knew that he took over a clan, and I was like, okay, well, Jafar took over the palace or whatever in Aladdin. So I'm like, okay, so maybe he's got, like, a Jafar type of feel. So I remember, like, being inspired by Jafar, and then people were like, no, he's not bulky enough. He's, like, a big brute. And I was like, okay, so he's like a greaser. And so then I just gave him greaser hair. I have to agree with him. I did end up reading A Vision of Shadows. Frozen isn't worth it. They took over the Lion King? What do you mean? Ugh. I don't know. It seems like the kids like it, which means it's probably a good movie for the kiddos. For the demographic it was made for, it seems like it's a pretty big hit. I need to make this eyebrow poke into the marking. There is, I think, Skipper on the blog. I think I based off of one of the Mulan guys. Yeah. One of the Mulan guys that's, like one of Mulan's friends in the army. Skipper is based off of him. Who most resembles Shrek? I've only seen Shrek 1 and 2, guys. And it's been a long time. I should watch Shrek again, though. That is a good movie. I genuinely feel like I've seen people design Tree like Shrek. Like a lot of people will design Tree as a Maine Coon because yes, his mom is a Maine Coon, like based off of a Maine Coon. I don't see it. My boy is a skinny hippie man. Was inspired by bulldogs. I could imagine that, yeah. Mulan was the first movie that I ever saw, apparently. It was the first movie that I saw. The first movie I saw in theaters was Toy Story. Or was it A Bug's Life? Oh, I don't remember. It was a Pixar movie. Bug's Life. When did Bug's Life come out? 98. I would have been 3. When did Toy Story come out? 95. June 9th. I couldn't. My parents would not have brought me to the freaking movie theater when I was 9 months old. It had to have been Bug's Life. When did Mulan come out? '98. Okay, so it's about the same year. Maybe I was born in the cinema. I was most certainly not born in the cinema. I think I can confirm that. That would be... I don't want to think about that anymore. What's it like living in the 1990s? I don't remember too much of it. I didn't actually go to school until I was in 2000. Well, no, I went to preschool. No, I remember I was in preschool because we did a mock election. So that had to have been 99 because it was like this election where you voted red or blue, and it was like to teach the kiddo, like to teach kids like this is what's happening, like red or blue, teach us about democracy or whatever. So I was definitely in preschool because it would have had to have been the 99 election. No. It had to have been 2000 because we vote for presidents on leap years. Okay, yeah, no, that was in 2000. I went to preschool though, but I don't think that was in preschool. That had to have been when I was in. Whatever, man. It was just like vote red or blue or something like that. It was to show us how democracy worked. I don't remember who won. I just remember being like, wow, this is so cool. I get to vote. Yeah. Final Destination? I'm pretty sure Final Destination is like a 90s. It's like an 80s film, right? Final Destination. No, it came out in 2000. Oh yeah, for like Y2K and stuff. I don't remember when movies came out, you guys. I'm very bad at that. It's not a skill I can put on a resume. Let's see. Do I want him? I don't think he needs. Let's color in his nose. Well, let's make it. Maybe I'm thinking of Die Hard. I don't think I've ever seen Final Destination. If you had blue eyes versus green eyes versus brown eyes. Yeah, like the Punnett Square. I feel like the Punnett Square wasn't until like middle school though. Or are you talking, you're not talking about genetics, you're just talking about... I don't remember. I remember the little scooters. They were like you laid on them on your belly and you pushed them around, and they had little handlebars, and they were the funniest thing ever. And you would bash your fingers onto the side because, you know, but they were so fun. That was part of the experience. And then I remember the parachute. That was also the funnest thing ever. You had special privileges? I don't remember that at all. That must have been not at my place. I don't know what a... That is not how you spell parachute. Even I know that as an Ohioan. Wait, is that how people say parachute in, like, maybe it's the British spelling? Okay. Oh, we're gonna have a freaking design stream at the end of this month. Please say, is he have the Skibidi toilet guy's face? I know that the Skibidi toilet's a guy that comes out of the toilet. Does he have his face? He had his eyes. I don't remember what that is a reference to. It's gotta be a movie. Okay, color this in. Okar is giving the vibe of this one person in my friend group that we play games with that is much younger than a lot of us. Not much younger, but it's just somebody's younger brother. And constantly is coming at us with like the TikTok memes, and none of the other people know what they're talking about. Okar is kind of giving that in this picture. Okay, do I want him to have the eye shine or the eye? Well, first of all, he needs the spot on him. Have you played Tears of the Kingdom? I have. I just finished it last year. For the first time. I have played it. I've played every single Zelda game except for Echoes of Wisdom. I think that's okay, maybe. Picking it up. It's fun. It took a lot of getting used to for me. It had a pretty tough learning curve. It's a lot tougher than Breath of the Wild, like difficulty-wise. If you've never played Breath of the Wild, it might be easier for you, but it was really hard for me to shake off like muscle memory of how I did things in Breath of the Wild. Like, you can't exploit the game the same way. You have to find a new way to exploit it. Which I did. And then the game became trivial again. Okay, his eye color is the same as his brother's pelt color. Okay, let's see. I think he looks fine. I think the black nose is fine. I think it looks pretty good. Okay. His eyebrows are giving me a rough time. A rough go at it. Hey, Boomtown. Is Crooked Star described as a light brown tabby? He has to. Okay. Coloring book time. Crooked is looking at Oakhart's mouth. Wait, hold on. You kind of Saturn. You're kind of right. We should probably fix that. We should have him be looking at him. Look into my... Also, these are two opposite. Do you see this? This is what happens when you draw like me and zoom in. Too much. I couldn't unsee it. I'm glad you saw it. I'm glad you caught that. There we go. None of them are gray? What do you... I'm confused. Their parents are gray and they're both brown. Oh. Yeah. Yes, I changed it. I made it lighter. I think it was darker originally. With Storm. Are you finished with Storm Fur? Yes, yes, I'm finished with Storm and Feather. They're right here. Darkleaf, you might be onto something because Reed Feather and Fallowtail are both brown, but they have two gray children. So you might be onto something. They have like the opposite problem. Clean, oak, crooked. Okay, yeah, so I changed his eye color. To be a little lighter. They're only tiny because I did these first 3 I did without. I sized up a square canvas specifically for this one, and then all the other ones were sized to it, but these 3 were not. They're still way bigger than I needed to draw them, which is the only thing that matters. It's only siblings, yeah. So we have Tadpole, Hawk, and Moth. We have Blue Fur, Snow Fur, Feathertail, Storm Fur, Stone Kit, Misty Kit, Moss Kit, Thunder and Lightning Tail, Moonpaw, Morning Kit, Greywing, Clear Sky, Twig Kit, Violet Kit, Squirrelflight, Leaf Pool, Jayfeather, Lion Blaze, Hollyleaf, Dovewing, Ivy Pool, Oakheart, Crooked Star, Sparkpaw, Alderpaw, Shadowpaw, Lightpaw, Pouncepaw, Tawny Pelt, Brambleclaw, Princess Rusty, Cinder Kit, Bright Kit, Thorn Kit, Bracken Kit, Tiger Heart, Dawn Pelt, Flametail, Brambleclaw, Hawkfrost. So there are 2 adopted or half siblings in this. There will also be a Scourge Firestar pin, so... her eyes look like suns, because her name's Morning Kit. And then Moonpaw's got eyes shaped like the moon. Mini tanks. What? I don't see how that looks like a tank. Okay. I don't know, guys. I think I'm gonna call it here. It's always 6 o'clock, so I'm kind of the same. We only did... Well, I guess we did design, sort of. I started sketching the Strike Sleek Juniper. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to become a pin. It's probably just going to be a sticker. Probably just make it a sticker, but... I mean, I feel like if the first thing you see when you see this is tank guns... That's a little weird. Yeah, Tawny's kits are right here. So... I literally don't see tank guns. I don't even understand what you... Hold on. Like, there's only one gun on a tank. Like, there's only one gun on a tank. And they're not even square. There's no 2 tank guns. Tank with 2 guns. Okay, there are. But they're square. Like, tanks are square. I don't know. I don't see it. Anyway. Hey, Thruins. It's because somebody mentioned that Morning Kit's eyes look like tank guns. I'm like, should I change it? I mean, it is an issue when somebody... So this is my problem, right? it is an issue when somebody sees your art and they do not, and it's symbolism and it's not what you intend for it to be symbolism of. So it is an issue if somebody comes in and says, well, my first thought was, I didn't come across. Which is why I'm like, well, do I need to rework it? Because I'm not completely sold on what I had to simplify it as. So in her actual picture, so it's supposed to look like the rising sun, right? Like the morning sun, dawn. That was my theory, at least, when I was designing her. I don't know. I haven't vectorized this, so it is still a little rough around the edges. I'm currently vectorizing this one right now. Yeah, I mean, I could, but it's already really complicated for the enamel pin. That's why I got rid of one of the... Yeah, so I'm like, I don't really want to make it more complicated. Anyway, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure no one's... Like, this one reads as Moonpaw and Morning Kit to me, so it's like, whatever. And I feel like if you're looking at both of them, like, Moonpaw's crescent moon eyes really come through, and then in your brain, you kind of go, oh, wow, she has moon-shaped eyes. And then you look over to Morning Kit, and you're already thinking of the moon. And then you're like, oh my god, that looks like the sun with the rays. That's my theory, right? Of you, the first thing that you're going to see is Moonpaw. Moonpaw is the most recognizable Werecat design ever. So you see Moonpaw, you know it's Moonpaw. Then you see her eyes, and you're like, oh yeah, those are crescent moon eyes. That's cool. And then you see Morning Kit being all devious, and you're like, oh yeah, she's got the suns in her eyes, and it's like that. That's my theory of like looking at the pin, you know. That's my whole thought process. The paragraph that goes, the train that goes through your mind when you see it. You're not getting this one anyway. That's fine. Anyway, you guys, I've gotta head out. I don't got any more drawing juice left in me today. I gotta work on some not drawing stuff. So I will be back on Sunday. And I will be doing a commission stream. And then on Tuesday, we will see. I don't know. So I'm at the point in these pins where, as you guys saw, I don't have as many clear ideas for the ones left. So the sketching has been a little bit more loose around the edges, a little bit longer, a little bit more kind of feeling it out. So I don't know if I'll like do some sketches and try to get some like more brain juices flowing on some of the later poses that we have left. Or we'll just clean up, or we might switch gears. I might have enough. If I do the Scourge and Tiger Star one, I feel like I might have enough to put together a backer kit or whatever. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I suggest you do too. And I will talk to you guys all on Sunday. Sunday this time. Sunday, we're back to Sundays. And or Tuesdays if commission streams are not your thing. I totally understand. See you later. Bye.